For the Beaver Radio Network, I'm Kelly Schultz. Joining me from the BSU Women's Indoor Track and Field team is Jolynne Denman, a junior distance runner out of Esco, Minnesota. And this last weekend, your team competed in the Twilight and the Alumni Meet. Obviously, the Alumni Meet a little bit more laid back, but let's talk about your Twilight Meet. You ran your best time ever in the mile, and you finished second. Was there a point at any time that you knew that you were going to beat your personal best?
At the beginning, I had a feeling, you know what, I'm going to break 5:58, and it doesn't matter if I come in 1 second faster, as long as I beat that record, I was going to be happy with it, and I was very surprised when I saw the time clock.
How much does familiarity in a track lead to breaking those kind of records?
It definitely gives you a benefit. In me, it's always been the third corner. I've always had difficulty over there. It was always a big mental game for me. And once I hit that third corner, I was like, okay, it's time to go now. Even though this was like the hardest part of the track, you can still push it. You can still make it.
Must have felt good to get that. Anytime you can beat your personal best, it's kind of like you kind of can take that sigh of relief, can't you?
Yes, I can. And it was really... And I was glad that I was able to have it at a home meet as well. But it would have made it better to have my parents there because they were there to see my 5K personal record being broken. They saw my mile record be broken. They even saw my 3K record be broken. And when I called them, it was just like, this is what happened at the BSU meet, and I wish you were there. And they were just happy with the results.
Sure. You also had the alumni meet. How fun was it to see some of your former teammates?
It was good, but the problem was I wasn't at that meet. I was at my brother's wrestling conference in Virginia, and he's actually going to state as a sophomore in the 147-pound division.
Well, tell him congratulations. That's an awesome feat.
Yeah, and to go from Friday to breaking a personal record to seeing my little brother, a 16-year-old, go off to state was just the greatest weekend our family could have.
That's incredible. So totally worth, you hate missing an alumni meet, but obviously you come from a wrestling family, so this is a huge deal.
It very much was, and everyone was keeping me posted on how everyone was doing at the alumni meet, and I was glad that there were still connections going on between there.
Wow. Okay, so this weekend you've got the NSIC Indoor Championships in Mankato. How do you like that track?
It's a fast track. The surface is nice to run on, and I've been there twice as a freshman, so I already know some how it's run. And for the new girls, it's going to be a first-time thing, so some of us will tell them this is how it's going to be run, and hopefully it'll benefit them in some way.
What events are you going to compete in?
Mile, 3K, and hopefully the 5K.
Okay, which one do you think you'll finish the highest in?
Probably the mile. Probably that, but if not, then there's always the 3K.
Okay, this far into the season, how physically do you feel?
I feel stronger than I was compared to last year at the indoor season.
Okay, so when training for something like an NSIC championship, do you taper? How long do you guys taper? And do you switch it up as you head into the conference championship?
I mean, we work on our relays, we work on our intervals, but we kind of lessen back on the weightlifting process, and practice has sort of become shorter as well.
How many of your teammates will compete this weekend, do you know?
I think the fair majority, but 5 of our teammates will be out due to stress fractures. And usually that's what happens 2 weeks or even a week before NSIC. There's always injuries that are popping up.
That makes it tough, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it breaks my heart that some of them are sophomores and there's a junior, and 2 of our freshmen already have injuries, and it's just it's heartbreaking, but I know that they still have our full support when we go out there.
Well, you've got our full support, too. Good luck to you this weekend. Go break some more records.
All righty, I will, and thank you so much.